doing the FDF rack relocation right now. So this is the front subframe. This is a little piece that FDF has. It relocates the rack about 1.5 inches forward, keeps it from blowing through steering racks with big angle on Z's. So kind of have a template already cut out. I'll have a couple clips of me and my friend Brett cutting it. Just I gotta clean everything up. This one got a little bad, so we're gonna have to get some metal through it. One of the brackets kind of bent a little bit. I'm gonna knock this side down still a little bit, but this thing will be going on there with your steering rack. Like I said, about 1.5 inches forward, so that there's less binding on the rack with big angle. All right, I'm on the last step right now. I'm just grinding everything down, getting everything smooth. Using just a flap disc. And then when it's all set and done, this guy is gonna sit right on here. Everything is gonna be flush. I just got a couple high spots that I gotta sand down. I got the whole other side done already. Then this just gets welded in. Reinforcements go in here, and then there's another plate that goes on the bottom of this. And then we've officially done our rack relocation. Highly recommend just dropping this off to a shop that actually knows what the heck that they're doing for the rack relocation, unless you're a very good fabricator. It's definitely a little out of my comfort zone, probably something I shouldn't be doing myself. I want to say my local shop was going to charge me, it was like $500, $450 or something, if I just dropped them off the bare subframe and they did it. So recommend taking it to a shop. If not, I guess you're going to be in the same boat as me.
All right, I'm at the gas station. It's like 8 a.m. I'm going out to my boy Jacob's shop to get all the angle stuff done, get everything in the car. It's an early morning, gonna get on the road. It's like 20 degrees out, and the car doesn't have heat, so it's gonna be a little cold. It's only about an hour, so not a huge deal.
Can't tell, it's a little bit bumpy. Quick little update on the angle kit. Pretty much all suspension out of the car. Everything's coming along good. Got all the subframe bolts cracked loose. Steering shaft is taken off. I need a new rack really bad, but I'm gonna see how much longer I can get out of this one. So we're gonna drop the car down, put a trans jack right here. Grab the motor mounts from the bottom through here. Let it all kind of sing up in the air, and we've got the, it's sitting outside still, but we've got the whole other rack relocation. So we're just gonna keep the steering rack in the car connected to all the lines and everything. And then we'll start ripping on the angle kit. All right, we have gotten quite a bit done. We've just been sitting here grinding, so I haven't really been filming too much, but I got a couple B-roll shots and everything. Show you guys where we're at right now. Lowers on, uppers on. We just gotta mount the knuckle back to it. And then we gotta put like our Ackerman adjustment in and a couple other things, but slowly but surely, getting everything done. Rack relocations in and everything too. So hopefully, probably another hour, hour and a half, and then we'll have the front end together. Then we'll start on the hydro stuff. All right, fellas, we are back with the Z. It's windy today. We are back with the Z. Gonna be buttoning everything up. We got the whole angle kit done yesterday. If you can't tell, there's some tail plates that are on it and stuff right now. Did like a little bit of alignment. Just gonna show you a couple things that we did, and then we'll start on getting the steering shaft extension put in, and then the hydro. So let me show you. All right. Just going to show you guys this real quick. So this is a factory subframe.
This is the other subframe with the rack relocation on it. So what the rack relocation does, so here's your factory subframe. It basically, what you do is you go right here about, and you cut all of this down. You cut all of this over. You even get into these a little bit, kind of come all the way over, and it lowers it. Being that a 350Z is a rear mounted steering rack, so subframe is here, steering rack's here. Some cars have front mounted racks, these have rear mounted racks. So by grabbing this and taking off that much room, it moves your steering rack forward more. So I was a little bit off with my measurements. I put it up with a paint pen. The rack is about 1/8 of an inch that way. So we adjusted all the tie rods and stuff to accommodate for that. And now the rack is completely centered in the car. And then this is all the factory suspension for the car. So factory suspension's here. We have the FDF mild Mantis kit that's on the car. So I did do the on-car adjustable uppers. Those 3 nuts right there are your adjustment nuts for it, so you can adjust it on the car. Down here, this is your Ackerman adjustment with these 3 bolts. And then these right here are going to be your bump stop bolts. I'm not really a huge fan of FDF's bump stops. I might try to fab up something that's a little bit nicer. A lot of guys say these bolts start getting bent, but it's all Heim joints on everything now. We kind of have most of it set up. We set the toe, and then we set all the tie rods and everything to accommodate for the rack, like I said. But yeah, getting everything done, getting the whole car freshened up. The very last thing that we have to do is this little guy. This is a steering shaft extension. Being that the rack has moved forward, we now do not have enough engagement on the steering rack. So it's gonna be a little bit hard to see, but there we go. Right up here, this part right here is what actually connects your steering shaft into the car to your steering wheel. This part right there is what connects it to the rack. So this little guy goes on like this, slides right in, and then this will slide on top of that, just so we have enough thread engagement for our rack so that it doesn't fall off while we're driving and then we lose steering. So super, super, super important if you do a rack relocation to have this guy. This is what your steering shaft extension is gonna look like. Like I said, top portion slides into there, bottom portion slides into here. I'm just gonna have to move this down. I'm gonna wait till Jacob comes back because the rack is all centered and everything. I've got to get up in the car and straighten the steering wheel. But this is kind of what this will look like. We'll get it all bolted up, we'll get it solid, and we'll get the steering wheel centered on the car. All right, so we got most of the angle kit all tightened up on it. We got to adjust track width and a couple things before it goes for alignment. We also did all the dual caliper stuff on the car. It's got both the calipers on it. I'll show you a little more once the car goes up again, but we're currently working on putting the hydro in the car. So I tore out the center console of it. Had to readjust the e-brake and do a couple other things, but now I'll kind of show you what's in the hydro kit. So we've already ran some of the lines inside. There's a little T-fitting that I'll show you too, but this is the actual Henco hydro. It's got a Wilwood master on it. Super nice, like billet handle. These grips I had custom 3D printed. It's just off of any 1911 pistol. You're able to just 3D print grips, do whatever with it. And then this kit actually has a remote reservoir that mounts in the engine bay. So this mounts to the back side of this plate. It comes with different screws and stuff. We'll have to tap through the firewall to get everything ran, but no brake fluid inside the car hopefully ever, so that's always a plus. But we're gonna get to installing it and I'll show you guys what it looks like after it's done. So we are mounting the remote reservoir. It comes out of this little grommet right there that's right above the gas pedal on the floorboard. Reservoir goes here, and we have this kind of contraption. It's just a super long pick. Now we just put the fitting, kind of taped it on, and we're gonna go inside of the car and shove it through the backside. So then it'll eventually come out of the bottom of it like this, and then we can connect it because we tried doing it from the top side. There's just not enough clearance. We don't want to take the booster out. So you probably either have to take your booster out or hopefully this method works. All right, so I am back underneath the car again. It's going to be kind of hard to see. This is where the line comes out from the chassis. We whacked a new hole in it. I got to adjust the grommet a little bit more. Ran the line all the way on the top of the drive shaft. You can kind of see it a little bit. Can't really see it here. See where we snaked it through. Henco provides some clips. We use some zip ties too. Brought it all the way here, and this is where we threw our T-fitting at. So it's a little ghetto right now just because these lines are meant to be ran through the trunk from Henco. So I'm gonna have to custom order some lines that go from here to the calipers itself, and then same thing with the other side, but we ended up running it through that way, going above the subframe, looping it through the subframe just because the line is way too long. Zip tied it in a couple different places. And the other side, same thing, up around the subframe. You can kind of see where the lines cross over here, above the diff, and then down through there onto that fitting. So got everything torqued down and all that, and then we're just gonna have to bleed the hydro, handles in it too. Show you that in a second here too. All right, guys, I just kind of wanted to have a quick little chat, kind of just tell you the realities of drifting. So right now it is like 7:30. I just got off work 30 minutes ago. My alignment guy said that he's going to be out of town for basically the entire 2 weeks before the Matsuri, the first event of the year. And my buddy Jacob, the guy's shop that I'm doing all the work at, he is also going to be out of town this weekend. That gives me about 5 days to finish the car up. The car is at a shop that's almost an hour and a half away from my my hometown. Like I said, I got off at 7. I work tomorrow at 8 a.m. I'm a normal dude. I work a normal job. I'm not rich by any means. I've got an 11-hour shift tomorrow. I did a 10-hour shift today. And I'm currently on the road right now in my truck, driving out to Steel to go work on the car. It's going to be a late one tonight, an early one tomorrow. Stuff's got to get done though, so I got about 5 days to get this car done with work and everything. I work every day up until next weekend. So yeah, it is going to be a very, very fun one. I'm hoping that I can get the car on the trailer next weekend, and then drive it all the way out to Fargo to my alignment guy. I live in small town North Dakota too. Nobody aligns drift cars in my hometown. I have to drive 3 hours to get an alignment on my Z, a proper one. So I'm hoping we're gonna make it. I still gotta do the oil cooler. I have to drain the coolant out of it and put water in it. I have to do front ball joints on the car still. What else do I gotta do? I gotta bleed the hydro, and I have to put the whole interior back together. And I've got probably about 10 hours of actual time to do it. So we're gonna work our asses off tonight. We're gonna try to get the car mostly set and done. We're gonna do the hydro bleed, the oil cooler, and maybe even tighten up the angle kit tonight. But crunch time, baby. About 30 days out from the first event, so crunch time, man.
Let's cut through now. Want the regular hammer bit?
Yes.
No, bro, you're not hitting me with the fucking cam for stock ball joint replace.
All right, guys, me and Jacob just got done with adjusting the angle kit and bleeding the hydro for the night. It is currently 1:10 a.m. Like I said, I work at 8 in the morning. I got to be up at around 7. I'm just leaving Steel. This is the kind of stuff that happens when you're in a rush and you're tired and you got work in the morning. So this train's been going by for like 5 minutes, and I still have another hour drive to get home. So if I'm lucky, I'm gonna be sleeping by like 2:30, like minimum. So I don't know, gonna wait for this train. I just showed you guys some clips and whatnot of what we did. We did ball joints, adjusted the angle kit, and then bled the hydro. Pretty simple night, but got a lot of stuff done that we really needed to get done. So it's really just I got to throw an oil cooler on it and put water in it instead of coolant. But other than that, the car is 100% ready to rip for the season. So I'll get it out to Fargo for an alignment next weekend, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so we're putting on the world's cheapest oil cooler setup on my Z. So this is, I'll link everything if you guys care to ruin your car like I am. This is just 10 feet of van hose. This is just a Amazon little oil cooler, the filter. And then on Amazon, this says that it's Greddy, which is kind of true. The fittings and stuff are actual Greddy. There's a Greddy part number and everything on here. And then just some 90-degree elbows. We're just gonna throw this in the car. I don't really need a cooler, but I just kind of wanted one because the coolant temps get pretty hot on the car in the hot lap events, and I like them a lot. So just make the oil a little bit happier. But hopefully it should go in easy, and I'll let you know if you should get this or not. And so we did have to do quite a bit of modifying it to kind of trim out this to get this one to mount. We cut the brackets on it so it stays on here so there's no flex. This one we left alone. Then this one we did kind of a L-shaped bracket and then a nut and bolt right here. But I mean, I can move the whole car with this, and usually they want you to mount it to the bash bar or the crash support, but it's, if you get into one contact on track, then it's, you know, your whole oil cooler just dumps oil all over it. So as ghetto as it is a little bit more legit than we're supposed to do it. So I'm happy. So we have the oil cooler all on finally. I'll show you guys the mounts and stuff too. But we are going through with a transfer pump, and we're filling up the actual cooler itself. So, because this guy needs more oil now, so it's not just the normal 5 quarts that Z's take anymore. So we're filling this guy up until it starts pouring out of the outline for the cooler.
Very important you do this, or you run your motor out of oil when
See,
you first start it up.
just like that. So now we've got some oil coming out of it, and yeah, like Jacob said, just make sure that you fill the actual cooler up first, or else you will not have oil in there and you're going to hurt your motor. So I just had put the radio back in. We're getting the interior back together. It's kind of a huge pain with the hydro. I have like subs and everything in here, so connect everything in the back. This panel's got to go in. Unless you have not bled your hydro yet, like me, I would recommend taking this handle off, or you're going to have a friend that pulls this handle while this console piece goes in. Kind of makes it a pain. Also, we couldn't figure out why we weren't getting ground. If anybody doesn't know, this is actually the ground. There's no ground wire that goes to the radios on these cars. You probably can't see it, but right back in here where my finger is, this is metal that's on the chassis. So radio slides into this piece, which is connected to here, and then this piece grounds it to the chassis. Stupid design, but don't chase your tail for an hour like we did trying to find a ground wire.
The best part of it is there are ground wires.
Yeah, so there are ground wires that are in the actual connectors.
In the factory harness connector.
The factory harness connector, yep, they have ground wires in there, but those ground wires are obsolete and do literally nothing. We tested them with a multimeter and there's nothing. So not a radio install, but this is your ground. Get a friend for the hydro, and good luck. Okay, so we are finally officially done with the car. Like I said before in all the other clips, we did the oil cooler setup. We did the full angle kit on it. And then we did the dual caliper hydro in the back. Sorry that I didn't get like the highest quality of clips and everything for it. We've been trying to bang it out. I work a ton. Jacob's always busy too, so we're just trying to work when we're here to work on the car. So now I'm going to go home in my truck. I'm going to pick this thing up tomorrow and then trailer it back to Bismarck. And then I have to trailer it all the way out to Fargo where the track is to get someone that actually knows how to set up a drift alignment to align it. So a lot of trailering, a lot of driving, but yeah, it should be all finished up hopefully by this weekend, and I'll start putting some street miles on it, make sure that it doesn't break. But I also didn't even show you the actual hydro. So I have not put the hole in my center console yet, but hydro looks super sick with the checker, matches all the different checker on like the harnesses. I have it on the headliner, steering wheel, floor mats, stuff like that. And then I'm hoping to get a livery for the car too. I have a guy that I'm trying to have print me a livery for. It's kind of like a flag over here, so it'll match the car really well. But super happy with it. Thank you, Jacob, for helping me out with everything. This is his S14 right here. It's a JZ car. It's a no motor car right now. He ate up some bearings on it, and he's gonna get that fixed. And then hopefully I'll have a couple videos of throwing this thing back together. But like I said, shout out to Jacob. Thank you very much for helping me with all my stuff. I could not have gotten this piece of shit done without you. So
It was a fun experience.
thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
All right, so I am driving home from the shop right now. Just want to kind of let you guys know, I know I said it in the last clip, but I apologize that the install stuff isn't very detailed. There's been a lot of stuff going on that we're trying to get done in a timely manner. I don't want to have to pull out the camera all the time just because it really hinders like the progress on it. Plus, you know, we're always playing music and all the copyrighted stuff we can't have on YouTube. Other people working in the shop, I don't want to have to tell anyone to be quiet. So, to be honest though, it went pretty well for the most part. The only thing I would do differently is I would not go remote reservoir on the hydro. That was a huge pain. I just don't really think it's worth it. I mean, maybe I'll think it's worth it after I've got to bleed the hydro a couple more times, but I would just do the one that's under the center console instead. And then I actually didn't even need my 50 millimeter over fenders. So I just have 2 weeks of wheel specs, slash I don't have the Mega Mantis kit, so I don't have the knuckles. Maybe when Segla aligns the car, it'll change a little bit and it'll get a little bit too wide, but the fitment on it's actually really good right now. I need about a 5 mil spacer. So I am on a 18 by 10 wide, plus I haven't measured it, but I think it's around 35. It's a 3-piece wheel. So it's around 30 to 40, somewhere in there. And I have a 25 millimeter spacer on it. And it still clears on the stock fenders with the new camber in it and stuff. If there was no camber, I would definitely be close to needing the 50 mils. But if you plan on running a legit drift alignment on the cars, you really don't need the overs. I kind of bought them because they're always out of stock, and I wanted to just make sure that I had all the parts just with drifting season coming up. Didn't want to have to be behind schedule. So, yeah, other than that, there's not a single part that I didn't like the quality of. I will link everything in the description. They're all great. All the companies, when I contacted them, they did me well. So I might end this video here and then do a separate one for the alignment, because I think this one's going to get pretty long. But we'll throw the kit back on the car. We'll do all that kind of stuff, get an alignment, and I'll show you guys some clips of me testing out on the street. Hopefully the video after that will be the first drift event. So if this is where the clip ends and this is where the video ends, thank you guys very much for watching. I will upload as much as I can throughout the season. Like I always say, I work like 60-hour weeks. I have a full drift schedule, and I have 3 project cars. So I'm a really busy dude. So I'm gonna try to get you guys some more videos this summer. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.